take a break. I just walked back from the VA clinic for the medical clinic. I had chest x-rays. I'm not dramatizing, but I did my EKG, chest x-rays, and find out when I'm flashing now. I made it to see a nurse in time, and she thought I might be having a cardio. She couldn't tell if I was having a chest problem. She offered to take me to the emergency room, but I didn't go. So I had my lab work and stuff after 4 o'clock. I don't know what I'm going to do. I want to try to calm down. I got very little medical marijuana left. I'm allowed to do at this point. No problems. I realize the extremity of the situation I'm in. It's extraneous stress I'm under that is against, really, it's improper to pull on people. They're murdering us in broad daylight if they can get away with it. But it's called, being an adult post-COVID. I'm going to try to drum one last time if I can without bothering anybody doing it. I could use a cold milk right now for some strength because that's what I'm going to do before I drum. Maybe I'll keep the camera on, talk. I'm so tired. I got chest tightness and I got a lot of problems associated sweating in the stomach and everything. So when the story's set, I made a fool of myself for so many years. I ended up in Florida, and either they're going to help me or they don't. But stream got interrupted. Just got disconnected while I was talking again. So, all right, I'm just having a hard time. Don't know if I'm going to... Look at the color. I got good color today, don't I? Wow. Black and blue. If I can drum, maybe it's not smart, but I'll try, but not right now. I'm really scared of stuck in the corner. Nobody wanted to help me. I got a phone call today to go get boxes, but I got to go buy them. And I said, well, this is insane. I go, where did this come from? And why am I going through this? The person who was supposed to call me didn't call, and nobody wants to help me now. Nobody's assigned. We'll find out what we do with medical needs as I go. I'm in shock. I'm going in shock, and I have cardiovascular specialist needs. We don't know what they want to do to me. I'm okay. I don't want to go to the emergency room. It's over dramatic for me to show up and admit to it. But the fact is I can't go faster than I'm allowed to move anymore because it's actually serious. Does anybody care? I don't know. I'm supposed to be properly treated, and I haven't been fairly safely considered a conversation piece in over 2 years in the state of Florida. The way I'm being moved around with the people that are supposed to be directly handling my safety after I get out of the doctors. It's incredible. I'm 100% disabled. I'm doing this to calm down. I'm talking like this to calm down. There's nobody in my life to do it with other than a nurse when I get one, to say something, to get it right. When I'm supposed to be really treated seriously and considered normal and safe under my needs. I got sensitivity in nature, and I'm not allowed to have a safety in my state. I've been moving all day, packing my stuff as much as I can move for 2 days. And I'm at a brick wall at a 0-hour line that I shouldn't be feeling this urgent over anything because I didn't break the law to be pushed around and moved out of my experience. This is all treatment against me. It's out of order. It's unsafe to be treating me like this. I'm not supposed to be handled like this. And I cried my eyes out because I can't get anybody to answer the phone anymore. When I pack my drum, I'm going to wrap them. Don't have cases. And if I can get away with U-Haul giving me bubble wrap when somebody affords me the truck, I can't buy it myself. You know, the VA is supposed to be paying for this stuff, and they're refusing me my access to it in my community, though I'm allowed to have it in another community for VA standard. I'm really seriously wondering what I'm supposed to say to anybody at this point to safely behave, because legally speaking, they're really causing me damage over 5 years. It's continuous. Over 5 years of continuous damage to a central company for veteran services. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You want to freaking, you're going to get it. I'm going to be honest with you. One of us is going to make it, and one of us ain't going to make it. But legally speaking, I'm being abused as a disabled person. And these people don't have a case in a courtroom. It's protocol and policy, and I'm getting really sick of the fact that I'm being pushed over. It's a medical need for me to have safety. If I don't get safety soon, I'm going to have to be in a hospital. As far as being pushed around out of my apartment, this is continuous effect. I haven't had this situation change since I came to Florida. There hasn't been any sense to the policy that I'm being moved around when I don't break the law, and I don't have a safety for disability, and I'm being hurt more. I have heart problems right now. I'm going through stress tests. I'm not going to play games with anybody. In the event I play the drums, that's what I'm challenged to become while I'm doing it, to relax while I'm doing it. Let me make a cold glass of Nito, put the camera down on a still life, broadcast it. This is one of my last chances to put my drums as a setup where they're in this configuration and able to be afforded to be touched until they go back to storage. They may not be seen for quite some time, if ever again. I intend to buy new drum heads and things down the road, but right now this is the last day of our acquaintance. I paid my rent, and I'm not breaking the law. So help me God, stay away from my family and me for the rest of my prayer until further notice if you don't like the way I feel about playing my music. It really is too good to be true to live like I do. And at my age, I kind of don't know where else to go but be myself doing it. So if you don't like it, I can't really affect myself any less disabled. And the other thing is, as a grown, mature person, to play a musical instrument is a gift unto the God of gods. You know, I don't expect people to want me to do anything, but you're not going to deform me and tell me I got to become more degenerative and disabled because you know what I mean. I just don't want to hear it no more from anybody. I have a United States citizenry under the doctor's concerns, under HUD housing, to have federal right to cohabitate in the United States safely, legally, and properly with the understanding of my surroundings under HUD. That is my consideration. The police told me I'm not breaking the law to play my drums quietly or otherwise be myself doing it. And the people, the way they handled me, did break the law. Just try to stop me from doing it, which tried to deform and destroy my property and myself. Number one, I'm like a little baby right now because I'm about ready to be nourishing. This is Nido. I put 4 little scoops of Nido in this water here. It's cold water. It's beautiful. It's a gift. I thought to myself when I was talking to myself, getting back to my senses, coming back through the front door earlier this afternoon from the hospital clinic. My God, what a blessing. Thank you, most holy Mother of God, Mary Theotokos, Mother of God, for the blessing and incentive of your Holy Son, Jesus Christ, and our holy innocents through our baptismal vows to remind us of those who gone before us and we come from. In pride and recollection and love and compassion, I shut the radio off finally and don't let anything involve myself other than the inspiration and recollection and reflection of peace, sympathy, compassionate care, love. You know, if you don't remind yourself that you were worth the time to be loved, coming here prior to getting here, kicked in the teeth, thrown out, told you don't have a right to have a stove that don't have rust and bugs in it, grease that you didn't put in there from other apartments. You know, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. But at the end of the ride, you eat your meal, you cry, you give your dream back to God, and you tell him exactly what you felt. I'm sorry I didn't have the strength in my maturity, my immaturity, and my laughable nature in malformed character to just simply ask for the forgiveness to remind me who I was and where I come from, that was loving and understood me before this hell on earth thought they can throw me into the crowd to be utterly destroyed. Now, amen. I cry ultimately in a drum set, but that's not my entirety. I started packing all my articles and my son's stuff. They're in the cases pretty much at the moment, almost ready to go. I got more boxes to pack, but not much to pack with. So I'm a little bit skeltered out right now where everything's spread out. I just got done putting my laundry away. I'm going to have to give away and throw away good groceries that I had to pay for. Watch this. When you spill the needle, don't cry. Don't cry over spilled needle. Just drink it immediately before it keeps spilling. All right. Anyway, I don't want to curse the land. Let me tell you something. I don't know who and why or what. I only know I've not felt very well around here lately over the years, but this doesn't mean tomorrow's going to be worse. I pray that I make it through this evening. I don't know why I'm here tonight. One more day, a sojourn in exile. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't ask to be here alone again tonight, thrown around without two qualities about who I am and what I got to do and what I want to feel like, which is better. The abnormality, let me tell you something about being neglected. I know the difference. The abnormality of the people around me, the way they handle me and talk to me, directly giving me 5 seconds of their attention to tell me nothing they're going to do with me. I have had it with my fucking ability to fucking cooperate, with the ability to fucking keep my peace and tell people you got the right to fucking continue that mayhem against me. That's where I'm at. All right. So when I reconstitute myself with this prayer in my privacy to not have a heart attack, so help me God. That's a light over my head. Now it's on your head. It took a lot of blood out of my arm. After 4 o'clock, I'm going to try to drum. I don't want to make more of a motion than I have to do. It means nothing. Well, it means a lot if I got to do it. It means that this is a record. It's a matter of a fact. Something I've been doing for more than 40 years, 50 years of my 53 years, I've been moving on my feet. On earth, I've been a musician. I have been trying to house and protect and safely guard my property and family. I haven't succeeded like in the last 10 years to recognize a safe housing authority quality to safely, properly store my property and use it. I don't have much of an answer. If you want me to fucking crack up and break the goddamn phone, I'll do it. But it doesn't change the goddamn situation I gotta fucking fight through now. I have less than 2 days to move my shit out of this apartment and pack it, and don't have a clue how to do it, with who I'm gonna work with to help me get there. I don't know why I'm being moved at all and put in a position of fucking fearful, factual dereliction and destruction of my goddamn ability to fucking move with impairment. My property is going to be fucked. I'm fucked, and nobody gives a fuck. Here's your COVID fucking drum solo for the last 5 fucking days. No. I gotta fucking think about why I'm talking. Then I'm gonna start walking. And I gotta walk right back to my fucking bedroom by myself to wake up the second I fucking stop and recognize this cardiovascular issue is actual. And the fact of fucking with me and my family has happened to be the case that they refuse to service me in this community standard legally. I have a right to be fucking helped, and they're not talking to me safely and giving me my quality. So I give a fuck to tell people, don't ban me, because I swear I play the drums too. It's still fucking legal. You don't have to like it. I don't even like doing it. I still gotta do it when it's there to do what I gotta do. So it's like taking a shit. You gotta do it. Community standards are. It's not hate speech. It's just a vulgar display of ignominity under the inhumane situation of conditional stress, under recognition of realism. There's no mutilation, nudity, obscenity in my position ever. I always try to fight with the fact. There's a guilty conscience over the vulgarity. Fact is, it's presentation. Of what? Somebody who's disturbed. Why? The situation is disturbing. Did I create it? Am I creating my situation? These are the theories I work with in the storyline. I talk to my face on the camera under today's notion I'm going to be here today at all. I'm very late on weed. I don't have any money to buy any weed, and I'm going to be sent to a state of disrepair where I got to move around and start sweating, eating, and sleeping within increments of being able to. That means I got to do a lot of thinking and moving around, talking to myself, working it off. I can't wait to get into a therapeutic nature if I'm allowed to go to this veteran group living situation to eject me out of this situation I'm in. I'm going to be better off. I think I'm going to be better off. I'm not mad that I don't have anywhere to go. I'm just upset that I can't relax. That's all it is. I started to discover earlier this morning when I was waking up how much it means for me to have my braces on while I'm sleeping. You know, I wear braces. I'm supposed to cover my elbows because they get numb. When I lean on things, they get numb from the nerves and stuff. I didn't know I was going to get like this, but anyways, I don't mind. But when I wake up throughout my sleeping in the night, I realize I'm sleeping on my wrists and I'm holding my hand like this wrong or something. You know, I realize that, and I realize it hurts. I numb out in a different way. I numb. So I got carpal tunnel issue, surgery issue. I got all kinds of stuff. I thought it'd be the right time to mention those are the things that I think of myself as that nobody cares about me otherwise, that I'm supposed to be taking care of myself because it can give me a lot of problems, heart problems and stuff otherwise if I keep pushing it off, ignoring who I am with the whole profile, All right. Listen, I'm not pretending to be a celebrity or a rock star or any kind of showboat. I'm very grateful and realize the experience has been very, very strong for broadcast purposes to remember me by and to kind of push me into a kind of a public forum and do these videos presentations I've been doing all these years. It means a lot, but at a certain point, it is just a guy standing here at a certain age can only handle so much at a time anyway. But under my circumstances, I do believe I'm disabled and have a brain impairment and weird shit going on because my eyes are closing and my chest hurts. And those are different moves over years now. That's unavoidable physical reality. That's different domain now. I'm in a different stage of my life. If I become a musician that anybody or a husband or anything ever again, where I'm on my feet, it's got to be the real way. I can't do a fake way because there's no medical reality to that, and there's no reality for me to want to present myself as a challenge that it is. So the music has to be better, the property has to be preserved, and I'm willing to try, but I'm not gonna do it the wrong way from today on. I kind of feel the end of an era. I look at my face and I know it's okay. It's the right thing to do, to give it back. Give it back to God. He gave it to me. It's all made of smoke and sand to me. You know what I told myself to calm down earlier? So I really didn't have my breakdown. And I think this is important for America. I told myself, I said, you're not in the third grade anymore. That's all this is. Remember that. You remember how much you loved and didn't want to move out of that era of your life. But you have to accept the change of your life. That is a growth or a change. It has to happen. I just said to myself, I was coming in and out of bed. I walked in, I walked out. I was pissed off walking in, and I laughed walking out going, I'm just going to graduate out of the third grade. That's all. If I end up in a hospital bed again, which is inevitable at some point, I'm just going to remind myself, I just was counting the time it took, the steps it takes to reach the bed. No matter how many years it takes, that's what it is. And just eat. Shut the hell up and eat. And that's my goal today. With a sore back from sleeping wrong. And if I'm going to be Ziggy Stardust on my drum set at 53 years old with my handsome face and my Ziggy Stardust hair now, I realize what I look like. I could be a handsome son of a bitch. But you know what? It's still true to me. I'm going to drink my Nido, which is right to my right eye over here, and then I might do a drum solo that has nothing to do with anybody but me. And you can play along to it and add to it in your own recording if you wanted to. You don't have to tell me you knew me in my lifetime. It would have been nice to know you. I have a goal to meet people. I was wondering where they went all this time. They never showed up. I'd like to think I can see somebody before I really can't anymore. But go ahead and play along to my music. That's what it's for. I'm not trying to be mean about that. It was made for musicians. That was my goal. It was to be a play along for me. Re-record it eventually. Solo over it or do something in front of it. Live presentation if I wanted to. Where applicable. And I thought to myself, as I presented it for public domain for free, let the world just pretend I wasn't here. But at the same time, it's supposed to be play along, It's folk music. Or else you'd be paying for every time you had to touch my name. I did it for PBS. Public broadcast. All right. Anyway, this is unfortunate that I needed to make $1 and nobody wanted to pay me. But remember that. Oh, that saves your life. This is so good. That is so good. It's more water than Nido right now, but the mixture is so good. I can't recommend this enough. The coldness is enough. Save your life. All right. Anyway, if duty calls, and it does, I'm calm enough to be here. Sorry, I got everybody riled up. I'm riled up. See that rust? That rust is riled up. That rust don't belong in my food. That son of a bitch and landlord. Wait till I get my hands on people like these freaking people in my house. Holy shit. You know what I want to say? I want to say what I mean it. I do it on purpose to fire up, is I never want to see these kind of people in my life again. I just want to shut the fucking door, make my dinner, and kick people right in their ass when they fuck around with my family like they did with me and my family, like these fucking people did with me in this apartment. These fucking people, what they did to me in my apartment, what they did here to make me have to fucking get so fucking pissed off and stressed out. Before I came to Florida, I would have choked the fuck out of you in a courtroom. You don't get away with fucking with family people like me and my property. You don't do that. You don't fuck with me and my disability and tell me I gotta break my drums and get thrown out. That's illegal. You fucking just don't do that. Whoever did that to me's got a real fucking ass beating coming. I don't give a fuck who they thought they were working for or who they don't. I really don't. All right. Well, I got to be truthful. I don't mean to be obnoxiously truthful, but politely, I don't want to be upset. I have a very good time. I'm enjoying my life as I understand being able to move around and function. On behalf of my family, my kid, my mom, my family in Utica, anybody that might want to remember me in Massachusetts, I'm only explaining this for the last few sentences I can do, is I really don't know where to go. I was still trying to make sense while I was drumming of what goes on and what I'm doing. And I expressed through my drums nothing other than a desire not to over accentuate myself and cause a disturbance around me or to myself. It's a style that I got nowhere to go with other than all the way now. So it's a feeling of expression based on my physical nature, my capability, which is a heart pulping, pulsating reality situation of my experiences. I'm a musician that's 53 years old with situation of a, I have sensitivity. So with sensitivity, I have to take my life and my property where it belongs. So I'm sorry if I bother everybody, especially myself. But I'm starting to have that seizure kind of sense of being too tired to look at my around me, without my body changing, tight and things. So, and pains because I'm older. That'll happen all night after I'm done with the camera. I'm afraid of being a home alone guy with the cell phone. Everything I do hits me. It does. It does. It doesn't go unnoticed by my conscience what kind of character I present myself in the manner in which I am presenting myself. I'm much more like a fine-tuned machine than I used to be. And when I'm disturbed or thrown off and forced to fight, myself, or I can't sleep and eat or fix the problem I'm having with people around me, And then what happens is I have like a brain aneurysm kind of quality where I seize up. I have impairment. I was explaining this forensically with the nurse. It's a physical reality. I'm going to stroke out and things if I'm not careful. Let me play my music as much as I'm allowed to do it. I'm so sorry, but I have very strong feelings about everything in my nature and what helps and what hurts me. I haven't been deviant to the point of no return where I deserve punishment. So I'm going to go with the fact that I'm on the right side of the law. Thank everybody for spending their time or not. I didn't want to get to know anybody. Just my son and my wife who never showed up. My drums are here and they won't be here for long. Obviously, I'm going to want to keep playing tonight as much as possible and cry and move around as I'm allowed to. I don't want to make long videos that nobody watches. It has a lot of fluff in the middle and everything, and I have a good 10 minutes that I can't recover from it, an hour's worth of nonsense in a video. So I'll cut the videos short, I guess, but, I'll probably broadcast again if I do. If I don't, it's because I'm too pissed off. I don't want to shut down. I really just don't want to shut the phone and shut off and put the lights off and stand here with my back aching. It hurts. It hurts to sit stuck in a corner. I'm like a broken toy, Nobody wants to know it. Nobody wants to use it anymore. I'm a broken toy. They threw it. They want to keep kicking it around. You guys. I cry for the American people, but I talk to myself about it that this is the eve. I've got like a 48-hour window maybe, and then I'm supposed to be considered transient again if they do this to me. And I don't have to be evicted if I don't. I mean, I got to fight to stay here or whatever, but The idea, the nerve of it, you know what I mean? It's just, I was in a hospital today area where it was, medical and getting my blood drawn and shit, and I'm telling myself, here we go again, It's all right. I'm very angry and twisted, but I don't want to be, I can't hurt myself worse than this or anybody around me, you know what I mean? It's just insanity. I do look tired today, though, in a different, new, special way, don't I? Look at them raccoon eyes. All right, I got to get off the phone. It's one of my last times I'm going to be able to keep... I'm going to keep this set up until I get the boxes, and run my shit. They got to pack my shit. But it's really just one wall's worth of property that I own, I don't own a lot of room in a room anymore. Besides a bed, I don't have but clothes, a drum set, and that little wall. I have one wall's worth of property with dishes. I can't think of anything else much. I mean, really, I don't have much. Dresser, disposable furniture, a microwave, coffee maker. I don't know what ended up happening, but I couldn't get anybody to relate to me in over 5 years personally. And I lost my mind. I think I lost my fucking ability to remind myself what it is to for legal purposes, what was the important shit. And nobody was helping me. They didn't want to help me. You had your COVID excuses, but you don't have them anymore. They didn't want to help me. They told me to my face I wasn't worth the time and the quality to be helped during COVID. I'm pretty twisted for that because I got tired over it. They gave me a heart problem I didn't have with my head trauma prior to that. They didn't keep me safe. They threw me out. And they're doing it again. The only difference is I got to be smarter this year to get it to the right hospital at the right time before I fall over. I can't let them push me into a room where I can't get off the floor. They did that to me already. I can't do it again. The last 2 years has been very brutal. I got brain injury. Can't do nothing about it. I could be happy all I want, but I can't get in a fist fight anymore with anybody, no matter what the excuse is, because I got brain injury and I got heart problems that I can't even control myself. It's over. I got to deal with it. It's not over for the end of my life. It's over with the idea that I'm the handsome teenager. All right, I got to get off the phone. I'm infatuated with myself. I'm just a lonely guy in the camera. I hope everybody enjoys the fucking movie. It's rated PG-13. I'm so sorry I've offended kids and everything all my life. I've been doing this since my kid's been away from me. But nothing I can do about it. I love people. I can't go anywhere near anybody anymore. Nobody wants to know me, and I got to stay away. Nobody wants to help me eat. I got to figure out where I'm going. I got to use a cane, and I have a chest pain. What was the remembering besides who I am and do I know my name, right? I got a lot of little game rhymes I'm talking to myself to keep myself funny and happy, but the predicament is it's just getting it's harder to hold the phone. All right, let me put the phone down. Hey, it's people's birthdays today that are 80 years old, and I wanted to wish them a happy birthday from this morning, and it took me all day to put my face on this camera and remind myself why I did. You can't go to bed. You're not. It's too early. Where's my needle? I got to make another needle. I might do 2 of those, probiotic or otherwise. All right, let me. I got to try to keep my sanity. It comes and it goes. I packed my TV already. I know that. I got to pack my DVD player soon and pack my speakers after that. And then I'm looking at my drums as, well, what are you going to do? You're going to pack your coffee maker? And then what? Somebody's got to call me and get me the hell out of here. This apartment has been a nightmare. And the people who are running me, they're tortured me. I ended up on a friggin' EKG machine today. Have fun, everybody. There ain't nothing I can do but say,
It's just the way it went, you know. People come and they go, but it hurts. It can hurt. All right, you know. Happy birthday, good night, Merry Christmas. It's always going to be looking for something to do right from Dudley Do Right, Mr. Lucky. I called myself at the doctor's today. They had a skeleton with a green hat for St. Patrick's Day and garland on it, or on a skeleton hanging in front of the radiology where I got my chest X-rays. So I called myself Mr. Lucky with the cane. I said, "There goes Mr. Lucky. I'm gonna check me for cardio." All right, gotta go. Gotta get out of here.